We just got a new CarX update and it's one of the best updates in a long time. We got some new cars to check out. We're going to go through all the new body kits, then we're going to go drift test the new cars, and then as you can see, we're also going to race test these cars, and it's some of the most fun I've had on CarX in a long time. Make sure you stick around to the end because there's a lot of stuff to check out and some pretty sick gameplay. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's check this all out. So the first car we're going to check out is the Proton GT based on the Porsche 911 GT3. Okay, now let's jump in to the customization. What stuff have we got for the new Porsche? First off, we got the base kit, you know, the base car model stock kit. Actually, looks pretty good, pretty detailed. It is quite a nice model. And then I'm quite excited to see what custom kits we've got for this. First one is CBW. See if we can get a better profile shot of that. Okay, so we've instantly got a wide kit, got some custom windows, a crazy looking hood, some interesting vents at the front, new front bumper, tow hook as well. I think some slightly different headlights. Spoiler's the same, but it looks like we've got another lip spoiler underneath it. Completely new back bumper, little LED brake light. Actually pretty cool this kit, to be honest. Quite a nice, obviously a race kit. Not liking the front bumper that much, but everything else does look pretty nice. And next up is the R&T kit. Okay, so this is like, I think this is like the proper Porsche, like, you know, race edition, race version of this car. It looks pretty crazy. We've got, you know, a bunch more vents. It's just like a much more aggressive race type of version. Different front bumper, we've got this crazy side skirt. I gotta say, that's one of the nicest looking spoilers in CarX. And has it even got, wait, it's got adjustable, you know, like angle. I wonder if that actually works in CarX. That'd be crazy if it did. We got a bunch of brake lights at the back. I gotta say, the Porsche is looking pretty nice. And what is this? We got the Street X kit, usually the most crazy kits, and damn, look at the back. Look at the exhaust. That's ridiculous. We've also got what looks like an RWB spoiler. We got a glass sunroof. Look at the back fender as well. I mean, this kit is absolutely nuts. Yeah, that is crazy. Obviously, we got a full custom front bumper. We've got some really interesting lights. Got some quite stylish mirrors as well. Yeah, this is an absolutely crazy looking kit. I wonder what other options we've got as well. Let's also check this out. See if we've got like a bunch of different custom stuff. So we can have purple lights, whatever these things are. Got a couple different options there. We can add a splitter on the front for this. Now it does depend also what kit you're in. So if we switch back to this kit, it probably gives us, yeah, a bunch of different options. But I'm going to go with the craziest kit that we got and see if I can make a nice custom build from this. We'll stick on the purple headlights. For the hood, I'm not a big fan of any of these, to be honest. Yeah, we'll go with that, but I'm not actually a big fan of any of them. For the roof, we've got a couple different options. We can have the solid roof, stick that back on. We got this thing with these little like fins on the top. And then we've obviously got the glass sunroof. That looks crazy. I'm tempted to keep that on, but I am going to put this on just because it kind of matches the kit a bit better. For the mirrors, I'm probably just going to go stock. I think the stock ones look nice. They're pretty nice as well, but I think the stock just keeps a nicer body shape. Then we got the cage. Yeah, not too bad. Now, this is going to be where it gets pretty interesting. What options have we got for the trunk? Okay, so we completely remove the RWB spoiler. We can have the double spoiler. We can have the double spoiler with brake lights, a little bit different version, and an even more kind of extended lip version. That's nice. I like the shape of that. Now I've also noticed we've lost the option for the RWB spoiler, so I'm guessing that's going to come back over here. Okay, so you can have the RWB on top of that other spoiler. You can have this one with the adjustable. I don't know if that's going to work. I got a feeling that's not going to be like actually adjustable, like the angle. Then we got the CBW. I gotta say, actually, with no spoiler, that looks pretty sick. But I am gonna have to stick on the RWB again, I think. We might as well go for the craziest build we can. And then for the exhaust, we've got this absolutely crazy setup on the back. Look at all the pipes connecting. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, so we do have a couple different options. Looks like some air filters or something at the back. Got the twin exhaust sticking out. And the one exhaust. That's pretty sick though. I mean, this is pretty crazy, quite unique. I might actually just keep this one. Now for the seats and the interior, I'm probably just going to leave that, to be honest. Keep it as it is. We've got a nice looking wheel, nice dash. And for the wheels, I don't know if I want to keep these, to be honest. Do we switch it up to something a little bit nicer? Oh, yes, I think we definitely do. And to be honest, I'm just going to go straight with the first choice. They seem to suit it quite nicely. So there we go, we've got our fully built Porsche, what was it, GT3? That is pretty crazy. And also, I'm not liking the colour. We definitely got to change that. And also, we got to get that fitment right. I usually don't make silver cars, but I think for this, I quite like this silver colour. It could be a little bit nicer, maybe we could do a two-tone, but that will do for now. And there we go, we have our fully built and painted Porsche 911 GT3. Purple lights, black satin wheels, red brakes, RWB spoiler, crazy looking kit. That's a sick build. Now I'm actually going to drift tune this and show you a bit of drifting gameplay, and then we'll get some racing gameplay as well, but we'll do that after we check out the second new car. Now the next new car is called, I think it's called the Glider, and it's based on the Lotus Elise Series 2. Bit of an interesting car for CarX, obviously not your typical drift car, definitely more of a race car. Now let's check out the customization. First thing I notice is that sadly, I don't think we've got any new wheels with this car. I'm pretty sure they're already in the game. Obviously we got the stock kit, doesn't look too bad, nice little sports car. Anyway, let's check out the body kits we got for this one. First with the D-Master. Okay, that's actually a pretty crazy, pretty nice looking kit, to be honest. It looks like a fun car to drive. Like, you can imagine this would just be a weapon. Let's just have a quick little comparison. So we've got the roof scoop. We've obviously got a much wider, total wide body. We've got a new hood. I think we had some new lights as well. Yep, new lights. Basically new everything. The kit is actually quite nice, like the wide body kit. Pretty crazy little spoiler. Got the dual exhaust on the back. Nice diffuser. It's actually quite a cool little kit, that one. Next up, we got the R&T. Okay. Damn, this is... Look at that. I was not expecting that. This is a whole new car. That's actually crazy on the back end as well. That's actually probably one of CarX's most detailed, like, back ends of a car. That's actually some pretty nice modeling there. Damn, I'm pretty impressed with that. I was not expecting this type of a crazy kit. It almost feels like a full time attack build now. But man, look at this thing. We've got the aggressive, massive roof scoop on the front. We've got the huge vent with the intake and the fans. This is nuts, this thing. Obviously custom headlights with the full custom kit. Completely changed the car shape to like a boxy shape, which I much prefer. And yeah, the back end is just looking absolutely ridiculous. This thing is a weapon. This thing is actually crazy. One of the most crazy cars I've seen in CarX. And that is saying something. Well, damn. We'll definitely make a build from that and check out the other parts available. But let's see what we got for the final X Street Kit. Oh, okay. A little bit disappointing after that R&T. I was expecting something even more crazy. Let's compare this one to the stock kit. Okay, so it's a wide body, new front bumper. Kind of like a funny face look on the front of the car. Interesting roof. We've got that roof scoop going all the way down the back into a triple kind of split vented window. Massive intake on the side. New headlights again. Another crazy diffuser. Yeah, another very unique, crazy little kit. If we go through them all again, we got, well, let's have a look at the stock. We got this one, completely changes the body shape, makes it a pretty crazy little car. We got this thing, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then we got the X Street kit, which is kind of toning it back down again, but another cool, unique kit. Well, you know, 100% I'm making a build from this crazy kit, so let's see what we can actually do to this thing and see what other options we might have not seen yet. Now, this is where it's probably going to get quite interesting. Okay, maybe not. We can remove the diffuser. And, okay, we actually don't have many options for this. I mean, to be fair, it's already pretty insane looking. But yeah, no real customization for the back of the car. Let's have a real quick look at one of the other kits and see if we have much different stuff available for that. Okay, so we can put a big diffuser on the front. Different hood options. Okay, I'm glad we did check this out. We've got the convertible version. And then for the trunk, we can change the back window. And then we've got a couple different rear bumper options. For the spoiler, we've got... Okay, that one's quite nice. That's a new one we've not seen. And so is that. The chassis mounted, also with some struts on the side. Pretty crazy wing. I quite like that. Man, we've got some quite impressive upgrades for this car. And let's go test these things out. Oh, we can change the exhaust as well, but can't really do much to it. Just slightly change the pipes. Check out the interior. It's a little bit lacking. I like the low poly car vents. But yeah, we'll keep all that stock, and maybe, I think we got to change the wheels. That's the final thing we'll do. Bit of a difficult choice for the wheels, but I think we'll just go with these in the end. They don't look too bad. Now, as it's a Lotus, we'll go with a nice gold and yellow colour. And for the wheels, I think we'll go a nice matte black. There we go, we've got the matching calipers as well. Alright, so I've lowered it a little bit. We've definitely got to sort the tracking out. We've also got to have a lot wider tyres, man. Look at that. That's pretty embarrassing. We've got this crazy track race car and these little skinny tyres. Let's fix that. I'm thinking we drop them down to a 30 profile and just make them much wider. And there we go. We've got our fully custom built Lotus Elise with an insane time attack, or I don't know what this kit is really, but it's definitely pretty insane. And I quite like this this gold and yellow, matte black wheels, yellow brakes. This thing looks pretty sick. Now we'll do a really quick drift tune on this thing. Okay, so we've maxed out the engine and we've got 965 horsepower in the little Lotus Elise. This thing's going to be crazy. Put on a proper drift differential, definitely increase the steering angle. And yeah, I think that'll do. Nice little basic drift tune. Man, this thing looks absolutely crazy. Now the question is, how does it sound and how does it drift? Okay, I think we've got a new engine sound for CarX. Doesn't actually sound too bad. Now obviously this is a racing type of car. I don't think it's a drift car. But we are going to try drift it. And then we'll do a quick race tune after that. And test out how this thing races. Gotta say, it's not the best drift handling. It is a little bit awkward. Maybe I could just do a better tune setup. Or maybe this car is just not meant for drifting. It does feel quite awkward. I haven't tuned the gear in, which I think definitely needs some work. Given that we're drifting in 5th on this corner. Something don't seem right. But yeah, I only literally spent about 30 seconds tuning this car, so we'll just get one more lap in and see what it feels like. I gotta say, it's a bit awkward feeling for drifting. But I imagine most people probably will be racing it instead. And we're topping out in 6th. Definitely needs a proper tune if you are going to drift this thing. But hey, it does still drift. We got a nice little lap there. What a crazy little car. Right, now I'm actually going to drift tune the Porsche quickly. And then we'll drift this. And then we'll race tune both cars. And give them a quick race test. How much horsepower can we get out of the Porsche GT3? 970. So only just slightly more horsepower than the little Lotus. Crazy. Again, we'll mess with the diff, make it a bit more standard drift diff. It's already got max steering angle from stock. Interesting. And to be honest, I'm probably just going to leave everything else. I don't want to mess with it too much because I am going to use this as a race car, so no point spending a long time doing a drift tune. But let's see if we can drift this thing. Also, what does it sound like? Oh, I was expecting a really high pitch kind of sound. But it's actually quite an airy, kind of throaty sort of sound. Look at those exhausts at the back. It's quite big, this car. Not a great start. I've got to say though, it feels a lot more stable and a lot more smooth than the Lotus did. But also massive. Why does it feel so big? Maybe because we were just in the tiny little Lotus. Yo, actually, to be honest, this Porsche drifts pretty nice. I've basically not really done anything on this tune. This was even less of a tune than I did on the Lotus. And we can hit any drift line we want. It drifts surprisingly well. Obviously, not many people are going to drift this thing, but we had to test it out. And to be fair, we've just full sent the Ebisu jump and nailed it. Well, not first time. Technically, we failed the first one. But yeah, surprisingly, the Porsche is good at drifting. Now then, let's give it a little race test. Now, I'm not very good at race tuning, so to be honest, I'm just going to stick the race tune on and probably be done with it. Maybe upgrade the engine again if it's lowered the power, which it has. Wait, I swear we've got more horsepower this time. We had 970 last time, 981 this time. Does the racing tune give you more horsepower now? Weird. Anyway, I think we'll probably just, like I said, stick the race tune on, max out the horsepower, and go test it. Now, I feel like we got to test this car on something quite special, not the CarX standard maps. I'm thinking a nice touge track. Why don't we try Akina Lake, one of my favourite tracks. Really nice surroundings, really nice, like, yeah, I mean, look at this for a CarX map. It looks nuts. Right. Let's go race this thing. Damn. It shoots off the line pretty fast. My gear change is pretty terrible still though. And we're riding that line perfectly there. Yo, this car feels nice. Like, it is pretty planted and it's pretty fast. It's pretty fast. I might have to get more into CarX Racing. Especially when we got tracks like this. Imagine if we did like a full... Imagine we do a live stream and we get a full 16-player session, everyone in race cars, or maybe everyone in a Porsche, racing around this track. Try not to do what I just did there. That would be sick. I think, to be honest, CarX Racing is actually pretty underrated. Like, this feels good physics. And yeah, this car is really predictable. Like, I'm not good at racing. I'm usually crashing all over the place. And yet, I'm nailing the apexes in this car. This is actually fun. This is sick. Oh, we only just saved it then. And we binned it. Off into the lake. Oh, and we forgot we can drive on the lake. Crazy game. Well, I gotta say, I'm quite impressed with the Porsche. Really stable, really good at racing, and actually somehow turns a pretty trash racer like me into not too bad. I'm quite impressed with that. Alright then, let's do the same with this crazy little Lotus. Stick on the racing tune, and then we'll max out the horsepower. Why can I not change off the... Oh, there we go. I wonder if we get any more horsepower with this car this time, like we did with the Porsche. 981. That was exactly the same as the Porsche, wasn't it? Interesting. Now that's basically all I'm going to do. Stick on the racing tune, max out the horsepower, and let's go test it on the same track. I got a feeling this one's not going to be as stable as the Porsche was. Pretty nice off the line. We definitely got some better gear changes that time. I gotta say, this car is actually pretty stable as well, and it might even be more agile. Like, it definitely feels like it turns right and left a lot quicker, which makes sense. It's a smaller, shorter wheelbase car, and obviously, I imagine a lot lighter. This first gear just seems to go on forever. 120 mile an hour in first gear. Crazy. I think the brakes, we need to work on the brakes a little bit. But this thing's fast. It's maybe not as stable and smooth as the Porsche, but it's definitely a lot more like fast and nippy. Like, the way it turns is quite twitchy. But it's quite fun. Again, this is sick. I'm quite enjoying racing around this map. Let's see how fast we can go until we crash. Oh, just managed to get away with our lives there. Yo, this is sick though, I gotta say, CarX is underrated for racing. We gotta start doing some more racing on this game. What a crazy little car. I gotta say, pretty sick update from CarX. When I saw the two cars, I thought, why are they adding that? We got a Porsche and we got a Lotus. No drift cars. But to be honest, I actually I think this is a sick update. W devs, W update. I might have to actually start getting into racing on this game. Oh, one thing we didn't do is a little bit of first person. Alright, here we go. First person, full speed until we crash. Yo, right on the apex the whole time. That was sick. Oh, this seems to be the corner that I crash on every time, hitting that curb. I like this little section here. Almost died. Slam it down to first, tap of the handbrake. And we're off the track and dead. Well, that was fun. So what do you guys think of the new CarX update? Pretty interesting one. Definitely more of a racing focused one. We've got the Porsche, we've got the Lotus. Some crazy customization. And the cars actually handle really, really nice. Kind of makes me want to actually properly get into the racing on this game. I've just noticed as well, glowing brakes on the front and the back. Is that a Akina mod or is that actually part of the game? But yeah, W update. This is actually pretty sick. We're definitely going to have to start doing some racing videos and streams on CarX, because that was fun. But yeah, like the video, subscribe for more CarX content, and I will see you guys pretty soon. Until then, take care.